7 Nighttime Habits that Enlarge the Prostate after 60 and how to avoid them for better sleep. You've probably noticed as the years have passed that your body doesn't quite work the way it used to. You might feel a little more tired in the mornings, or perhaps you're waking up more frequently during the night. If you're in your 60s or beyond, these kinds of changes seem almost inevitable. But here's the thing. Some of these changes, especially when it comes to your prostate, might not be completely natural. There's a hidden culprit in your nightly routine that could be making things worse. Your habits before bed. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not just about age. There are certain things many of us do every night that, over time, can contribute to prostate issues. If you find yourself getting up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom, or if you're struggling to sleep through the night without discomfort, your nightly habits could be the culprit. And the best part, the solution might be simpler than you think. By changing just a few things in your evening routine, you can start to see noticeable improvements in both your sleep and your prostate health. I've been around long enough to know that these things can sneak up on you, often without warning. You might think that your prostate problems are just something you have to live with as you age, but that's simply not true. Our bodies are resilient. We can always make adjustments and improve our quality of life, no matter how many candles are on our birthday cake. The key is understanding what habits are contributing to the issue, and more importantly, how to avoid them. So let's take a closer look at some of the habits you might be doing every night that could be slowly but surely enlarging your prostate and making your sleep even more restless. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to offer you simple, practical advice that can help you take control of your health, starting with the moment you lay down for bed. This is about giving you back the comfort and rest you deserve, so you can wake up feeling refreshed instead of groggy and frustrated by yet another night of poor sleep. You've already come this far, so take a few minutes to hear me out. I'll walk you through 7 common nighttime habits that contribute to prostate problems and show you how making small adjustments can make a big difference. We all want a good night's rest, right? And more than that, we want our bodies to feel strong and healthy. You don't have to settle for restless nights and prostate discomfort, especially when you can make a change tonight. Let's begin this journey together. By the end of this, you'll be equipped with some knowledge and wisdom that will help you sleep more soundly and take better care of your prostate without worrying about those nightly trips to the bathroom. It's never too late to make a positive change. So let's start now with the habits you can avoid for better health and a better night's sleep. Part 1. Drinking too much water before bed. Let's start with something so simple that it often slips under the radar: drinking too much water before bed. Now, I know staying hydrated is important, especially as we get older, but there's a time and a place for everything. How many times have you found yourself reaching for that last glass of water before going to sleep, thinking you'll just sip a little bit more to keep from waking up dehydrated? I've been there. It feels innocent enough, but it might be doing more harm than you realize. When you drink too much water close to bedtime, your bladder has to work overtime overnight. That means you'll likely end up waking up in the middle of the night feeling that sudden and urgent need to go to the bathroom. You know the feeling. Your body wakes you up with that overwhelming sense of urgency, and it feels like you can't ignore it. It's annoying, isn't it? But that's just the beginning. If you're getting up several times during the night to urinate, it's not just disrupting your sleep. It's also putting unnecessary strain on your prostate. The prostate sits right next to your bladder, and when you have frequent urination, it can irritate and even enlarge the prostate over time. It's like a vicious cycle. You drink too much, your bladder fills up, your prostate gets more stressed, and your sleep suffers. So what can you do to break that cycle? It's actually quite simple. Avoid drinking large amounts of liquids in the 2 to 3 hours leading up to bedtime. Hydrate earlier in the day, and your body will thank you later. This doesn't mean you should go to bed thirsty, but just be mindful of how much you drink in those final hours before sleep. If you find yourself feeling parched right before bed, try sipping on a small amount of water instead of gulping down a whole glass. You'll reduce the chances of waking up in the middle of the night with that all too familiar urge. Just this small adjustment in your nightly routine can make a big difference. It helps to ease the load on your bladder and prostate, leading to better sleep and less disruption. And I'm sure, like me, you'd appreciate the ability to sleep through the night without having to get up multiple times to make that inevitable trip to the bathroom. Part 2. Consuming caffeine or alcohol in the evening. Let's move on to something that many of us enjoy, but may not realize is contributing to our problems: caffeine and alcohol. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you have to give up your cup of coffee or that glass of wine entirely, but the timing of when you have them can make a big difference, especially as we age. You see, both caffeine and alcohol can have a significant impact on your prostate and bladder, particularly when consumed too close to bedtime. Caffeine is a stimulant, and while it can give you that extra boost during the day, it can also cause your bladder to become more active. This means more frequent trips to the bathroom, especially at night, which is precisely what we want to avoid. And that's not all. Caffeine can also act as a bladder irritant, making it more difficult to sleep peacefully. Then there's alcohol. Sure, a glass of wine or a nightcap might help you feel relaxed and ready to sleep, but alcohol is a diuretic, which means it increases urine production. You might fall asleep easily after a drink, but the chances are you'll be waking up in the middle of the night, either to use the bathroom or because you're not getting that deep, restful sleep. Like caffeine, alcohol can irritate the bladder, worsen sleep disturbances, and increase the frequency of urination. And as we know, the more you wake up in the night, the harder it is for your body to get the deep, restorative sleep it needs. So, what can we do? It's all about timing. Try to avoid caffeinated drinks and alcohol in the few hours before bed. If you're a coffee lover, consider switching to decaf in the afternoon and save your last alcoholic drink for earlier in the evening. There are plenty of delicious herbal teas, like chamomile or peppermint, that can help you unwind without the drawbacks of caffeine or alcohol. And if you really enjoy a glass of wine in the evening, try to have it at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to sleep. That way, the effects won't disrupt your rest. Remember, it's not about completely cutting out these pleasures. It's about being mindful of how and when you consume them. Making this simple change can greatly reduce nighttime urination and help your prostate stay calm. Best of all, you'll sleep more soundly and wake up feeling more refreshed, rather than groggy from a disturbed night's sleep. Part 3. Holding off on urinating. Now, let's talk about a habit many of us do without even thinking about it. Holding off on urinating when we feel the urge, especially as we get older. I know, we've all been there. You're comfortable, tucked in bed, and you don't want to get up for the bathroom. Maybe you think you can wait until morning, or perhaps you're just too tired to make that trip. But here's the thing, delaying going to the bathroom can actually make your prostate problems worse. When you feel the need to urinate, it's your body's signal that your bladder is full and needs to empty. If you ignore that signal and hold off, you're putting unnecessary pressure on both your bladder and your prostate. The prostate is closely linked to the bladder, and prolonged pressure can cause it to become more irritated or inflamed, contributing to enlargement. Over time, this habit can lead to more frequent urges to urinate, and you may find yourself getting up in the middle of the night more often, making it even harder to get that restful sleep we all crave. So, the next time you feel that familiar urge, don't ignore it. Even if it feels like a hassle to get up, it's better to relieve yourself than to keep your bladder and prostate under stress. This simple habit change can go a long way toward reducing irritation, lowering the frequency of nighttime trips to the bathroom, and improving your overall prostate health. Don't worry about it being inconvenient. Your comfort and health come first. By making this small effort to get up when nature calls, you'll notice fewer disruptions to your sleep and less discomfort in the long run. It may seem like a minor thing, but in reality, this simple habit change can help break that cycle of waking up multiple times a night. It's a powerful step toward better prostate health and ultimately more peaceful nights. Part 4. Poor sleep positioning. Now, let's talk about something that might seem unrelated to prostate health, but plays a much bigger role than you might think. Your sleep position. You may be surprised to learn that the way you sleep How you position your body while you rest can impact the health of your prostate and bladder. We're talking about the pressure placed on your pelvic region while you sleep. When you sleep in certain positions, particularly on your stomach or in positions that place direct pressure on your lower abdomen, it can restrict blood flow to the pelvic area, including your prostate. The prostate, being an essential part of your urinary and reproductive systems, relies on proper circulation for optimal health. If blood flow is compromised, it can lead to inflammation, irritation, and even contribute to enlargement over time. Additionally, sleeping in a position that puts constant pressure on the pelvic area can increase your bladder's sensitivity. You may find yourself waking up more frequently to urinate or dealing with that nagging feeling of discomfort in the prostate. This could be one of the reasons you're experiencing more frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom without even realizing it. What's the solution? It's actually quite simple. Adjust your sleep position. Aim to sleep on your back or on your side with your knees slightly bent. This position helps to reduce pressure on the pelvic region, allowing for better circulation. A firm mattress that supports your spine and doesn't sink too much will also help keep your body aligned properly, ensuring that you're not putting unnecessary strain on your prostate. The right position while sleeping allows your body to rest more comfortably, with less pressure on your prostate and bladder. A small adjustment in how you sleep can make a big difference in how you feel when you wake up and throughout the night. By being mindful of your sleep positioning, you're giving your body the best chance to heal and rest properly instead of waking up in discomfort or feeling unrested. It's a small step, but trust me, this simple adjustment can help improve circulation and reduce unnecessary stress on your prostate. So, next time you settle into bed, think about your body position and choose one that gives you the best chance for a peaceful, uninterrupted night's sleep. Your prostate will thank you. Part 5. Lack of physical activity during the day. Let's now move on to something that affects all of us as we get older, whether we realize it or not. The level of physical activity we engage in throughout the day. It's easy to become less active as we age, especially with the demands of life, comfort of home, and sometimes the simple fact that it's easier to rest than to get moving. However, a lack of physical activity can directly affect your prostate health, and believe it or not, even the quality of your sleep. As we age, circulation tends to slow down, and when we're not moving, this slowdown can put pressure on our pelvic region, where the prostate is located. When blood flow to the pelvic area is reduced, it can contribute to inflammation, swelling, and other prostate-related issues. But the good news is that exercise, especially light, consistent activity, can help prevent or reduce these problems by improving circulation and strengthening the muscles around the bladder and prostate. You don't need to start running marathons or lifting heavy weights, but something as simple as walking, light stretching, or even yoga can make a big difference. Daily movement helps keep blood flowing throughout your entire body, and especially to your pelvic region, where your prostate needs it most. Exercise also helps regulate hormones, manage stress, and prevent excess weight, all of which can contribute to prostate health and improve sleep quality. If you're not used to being active, don't worry. Start small. Even a brisk 20-30-minute walk in the afternoon can make a huge impact. Aim to incorporate some form of light activity into your daily routine, ideally in the morning or early afternoon. The goal is to keep your body moving, improve circulation, and ease any tension in your muscles. This way, your body will feel more relaxed when it's time to sleep, and you'll likely experience fewer disruptions throughout the night. Regular exercise helps your body maintain its strength and function as you age, and it's one of the best ways to avoid prostate issues that can affect your sleep. So, take a walk, stretch out those muscles, or consider activities like swimming or biking. Find what works for you, and keep it consistent. It doesn't have to be strenuous, but it needs to be consistent. When your body is active during the day, your sleep will be deeper and more restorative, leaving you with more energy and a healthier prostate. Part 6. Overeating before bed. I think we all know the temptation to indulge in a big meal before bed. It's easy to sit down to a late dinner or snack mindlessly while watching TV or winding down. But here's the hard truth. Overeating right before bed can do more harm than just making you feel full or bloated. it can actually be contributing to your prostate problems and causing restless nights. When you eat a large meal, your body has to work harder to digest the food, especially when it's late at night. The digestive system works overtime, and the process of digestion can interfere with your body's ability to relax and enter the deep sleep phases. But it doesn't stop there. Overeating can put pressure on your bladder and prostate, which can result in more frequent urination and even discomfort. Think about it. The more you eat, the more your body has to manage, and the more pressure it puts on the organs involved in digestion and elimination, including the prostate. Additionally, certain foods, especially fatty, spicy, or acidic ones, can irritate the bladder and prostate. Foods like fried items, processed meats, and overly spicy or acidic foods can cause inflammation and discomfort. This can lead to more frequent bathroom trips at night and disrupt your sleep even further. So, what can you do? Try to keep your meals light in the evening and avoid eating anything heavy within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime. Focus on easily digestible foods that won't overwhelm your digestive system right before you sleep. Foods like vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins like chicken or fish are great options. Additionally, smaller, lighter meals can help keep your digestive system from overworking while you're trying to rest. If you tend to snack before bed, keep it light. Perhaps a small handful of nuts, a piece of fruit, or a warm, non-caffeinated beverage like herbal tea. It's about making better choices that won't upset your digestive system or put unnecessary pressure on your bladder or prostate. A lighter, earlier dinner not only supports your digestive health, but also helps to prevent the discomfort that might lead to those nighttime trips to the bathroom. This simple habit change can go a long way toward promoting better sleep and improving prostate health. So, next time you're tempted by that late-night snack, ask yourself, will it help me sleep better, or will it cause more disruptions? Your prostate and your sleep will thank you for the thoughtful choice. Part 7. Ignoring stress and anxiety. As we age, it's easy to get caught up in the routine of life, whether it's managing health concerns, dealing with family matters, or simply navigating the pressures of day-to-day living. Stress and anxiety can feel like constant companions. You may even tell yourself that it's just part of getting older. But here's something you might not know. Chronic stress can actually make your prostate problems worse, and it can certainly interfere with your sleep. When we're stressed, our body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. While a little stress can be motivating, prolonged high levels of cortisol can cause physical harm, including inflammation. For the prostate, this can be especially troublesome. Chronic stress can contribute to prostate enlargement or irritate an already enlarged prostate, leading to more frequent trips to the bathroom and difficulty finding comfort while sleeping. What's more, stress can disrupt your sleep cycle. When you're anxious, your body's natural ability to wind down is impaired. Even if you do manage to fall asleep, stress often leads to fragmented sleep, where you wake up multiple times throughout the night. This interrupts the body's ability to get into the deeper, restorative stages of sleep, leaving you feeling groggy and unrested. This sleep deprivation also heightens stress, creating a vicious cycle that can affect not just your sleep, but your overall well-being. So, what can you do to combat stress and anxiety before bed? The first step is recognizing when you're overwhelmed and understanding how it's affecting your body. Make time in the evening to unwind, even if it's just for 15 or 20 minutes. Try deep breathing exercises, meditation, or gentle yoga to calm your mind and body. If your mind is racing with worries, consider writing down your thoughts in a journal. This can help you clear your mind and reduce the mental chatter that often keeps us up at night. Another helpful practice is creating a peaceful, calming bedtime routine. Avoid stimulating activities like watching intense news programs or working late into the evening. Instead, choose calming activities that encourage relaxation, whether it's reading a book, listening to soothing music, or practicing mindfulness. Reducing your stress levels before bed will not only help your prostate health, but also improve your overall sleep quality. Sometimes seeking professional help to manage chronic stress or anxiety is necessary, whether it's speaking with a counselor, exploring relaxation techniques, or even considering natural supplements. Don't hesitate to address stress. It's an important step in achieving better health, better sleep, and a healthier prostate. Conclusion. As we age, it's easy to assume that health issues, like prostate enlargement and disrupted sleep, are just an inevitable part of the journey. But as we've discussed, many of the habits that contribute to these problems are within your control. By recognizing and adjusting the things you do every night, you can help protect your prostate, improve your sleep, and ultimately enjoy a higher quality of life. It all starts with making small, mindful changes to your nighttime routine. From avoiding excessive liquids and managing your caffeine or alcohol intake to improving your sleep position and addressing stress, every step you take adds up. These habits don't just help your prostate, they also lead to deeper, more restorative sleep, which is vital for your overall health. So take a moment and think about your current routine. Are there any habits that might be contributing to your sleep disturbances or prostate issues? Whether it's drinking too much water before bed, ignoring the urge to urinate, or simply not addressing stress, know that you have the power to make meaningful changes. It's never too late to take charge of your health. In fact, now is the perfect time to start making small adjustments to improve the way you feel. With better sleep, less discomfort, and a healthier prostate, you'll not only wake up feeling more refreshed, but also experience life with a newfound sense of vitality. Remember, taking care of your prostate and your overall well-being is a lifelong journey. By being aware of the habits that can contribute to prostate problems and making the right choices, you're setting yourself up for better health, peace of mind, and a brighter future. Take control of your routine, and with these changes, you'll find that you can have more restful nights and a healthier body without sacrificing the things you enjoy most in life. So tonight, take a moment to adjust your habits and begin the path toward better sleep and prostate health. Your future self will thank you.